F the NFL. Yeah, totally. F the NFL. They're exploitive. They're anti-American. They're 1,000% woke. They barely even show the national anthem anymore. It's too touchy. And for entertainment, this Super Bowl, who do we have? Snoop Dogg and his friend Dr. Dre. Two guys who really love the slogan, F the police. Yeah, F the police. At this moment, these guys, one who helped coin the phrase, the other who sings it all the time, F the police. Now first, congratulations to the Rams and to the Bengals. Good for you guys. But in the meantime, this whole display is disgusting and it's beneath our country. They ruined the game. They ruined the game. I can't watch. Not with Snoop Dogg and his boys doing their disgusting nonsense.
That's Newsmax host Greg Kelly mad about the Super Bowl and Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre. Why do you have to do that? Anyway, so he's mad about Snoop and Dre performing at the halftime show, among other performers, Mary J. Blige also being one of them, at the upcoming Super Bowl in about a week and a half. And because one coined the phrase F the police, and the other says it all the time. Greg Kelly hangs out with Snoop, and he knows he says it all the time. But anyways, the anger and passion over how much he doesn't want to deal with these folks that maybe made a song that you don't like that says something about violence towards police officers. They shouldn't be performing at the Super Bowl, should they, Greg? There's this popular musician. His name is Bruce Springsteen. A couple of people, maybe you've heard of him. I think about 5 to 6 people in the world has heard of him. He made this song that was called State Trooper. Here's a couple lines from it. License registration, I ain't got none. Oh, he broke the law already. But I got a clear conscience about the things that I've done. Oh, he did bad things and he's okay with it. Mr. State Trooper, please don't stop me. Please don't stop me. Please don't stop me. Maybe you got a kid. Maybe you got a pretty wife. The only thing I got's been bothering me my whole life. Sounds like if a cop approaches this particular gentleman in this song, written by Bruce Springsteen, he's gonna get killed. Not F the police, kill the police. I was at a Super Bowl in 2009. It's really weird. And there was this guy named Bruce Springsteen. He was performing at it. And I was like, wow, Bruce Springsteen, never heard of him. I'm sure Greg Kelly will go back to all the Super Bowl performances and be mad at anyone who said anything bad about police officers. Or Greg Kelly will go back to just January 4th of this year and get mad at himself for saying this about police officers.
So I look at PTS as a badge of strength.
Some days better than others. Last week was very rough, emotional.
PTSD is very much like a roller coaster ride. Some days, man, I'm just good to go, and then other days or other times within the same day, I'm just broken.
When did it become fashionable for men to talk like this and to exaggerate things like this? You know, they were all cops. It was a riot. Somehow they think that, I don't know, it was beneath them somehow. I mean, sometimes it's a tough job. People get hurt. I don't know. I just find these guys despicable, quite frankly. Something very strange about this guy. There he is in uniform. Look at him when he shows up on TV. He has this kind of gangster thing going with the weird hat and the big chain. Don't they have a dress code at the Capitol Police? I mean, he's representing the Capitol Police, kinda. Everybody knows you shouldn't dress like that. Has Finone been asked that?
How about you, Finone? Huh? You've been asked, hey, this gangster in his hat, what happened to supporting the police? What happened to the back the blue? I thought they were just police officers that we're supposed to protect. We're supposed to back up. David, you guys are, I can't believe you guys are destroying the names of police officers like Snoop and Dre.
Well, full disclosure here, I worked with Greg Kelly some 20 years ago and actually saw him 2 years ago he's a good guy, but he doesn't do such a good job of playing a bad guy on TV, which is this is an act. I gotta believe, based on the Greg Kelly that I know, he is just putting on this nonsense. He'll be the first person watching Snoop Dogg at the Super Bowl, but on his TV show, he feels like he has to do what Tucker Carlson does, and that is say crazy stuff, be out there, be controversial, call people despicable, whatever it is, because he feels like that's gonna get him some attention. But I think most people see right through it. It's a joke what Greg Kelly is doing. It's just that he doesn't realize that we're all laughing at him because he's not effective in pulling this off. I don't think he really believes this stuff.
I'm so glad you said it. I'm glad you said that and I'm glad you know him, because there's many times where I speculate that and I don't know the person. And I'll be like, this has gotta be an act because it's too over the top. If you watch satirical maybe movies or parts of there was a show I watched, Search Party, I think is what it was. There's a guy in Search Party who goes conservative. He's like a gay man who's a lib and everything. And he goes conservative to make more money. And it's an act. And I was like, I bet you that's 80% of them, man. I bet you that's 80% of them. But it's hard to just say, but it seems that way. This is too over the top.
And that's the incentive at Newsmax, right? Is to be even more sort of over the top than they are at Fox News. So Greg Kelly, he's a smart enough guy. He knows what the bosses want. He knows what this crazy audience wants. They don't want him to be pragmatic. They don't want him to say, oh, as the son of a former police chief of New York, Greg Kelly, I understand that officers deal with PTSD. No, that would be too nuanced and show complexities that his audience doesn't have. He has to give them the red meat they're looking for. So he just sort of does this shtick, and it's sort of funny, I guess. Except I just don't think it's very effective. I think most people can see right through it and sort of laugh, but laugh at him. They're not sort of, it's sort of sad in a way. I mean, maybe that's just sort of the world that Greg Kelly inhabits now, that he feels he has to do it, but it's kind of pathetic.